Welcome 2020s. We know you're on your way. By the time you're watching this video, the 2020s might be here, and I'm so excited because I know that God has something beautiful for his children in this time period. This is an unusual combination. They got that beautiful Easter lily on there, and this collection came out in time for Easter. This is the spring collection. So, of course, that Easter lily captivated me, and I thought to myself, I don't know how I feel about combining raspberry with Easter lily, because lily is such a strong scent, and raspberry is for me, raspberry is a very emotional scent. When it's done right, I love it. But then there are times when it's done wrong, and I can be offended by it. Raspberry is one of those things in fragrance that can go either way. So, and raspberry is in the rose fragrance. So, let's just, without further ado, let's see what we got here. Let's spray this one in the air first so we can see. When it drops down in the air, the first thing I smell is the raspberry, and the raspberry is soft and pretty. So they got the raspberry right. And then bam, I get hit with those Easter lilies. Have you ever had an Easter lily in your house and somehow it gets a little warm and you get this cloying scent? Easter lilies are poisonous, okay? You get this cloying scent going through your house, kind of reminds you of an orchid. I don't know if orchids are poisonous or not. Probably they are, because I've never eaten one. And so the smell of those flowers of plants that are not edible, it's very pervasive, and it kind of warns you of danger. There's danger in the air, and we tend to think of those kind of scents as sexy. A lot of people have been named Rose, and I believe there was a time when people were lily crazy. Because I think lilies are from the Orient. They are not initially a flower that is from Europe, and they are not a flower that is native to the Americas. I believe the lily is from Asia. And I've seen lilies in Chinese portraits from thousands of years ago. So I know that they had it at that time, because they drew portraits of it. It's such a lyrical flower. It's just beautiful. But this fragrance is unique. Let me try it on my skin. It's still got a little bit of poignancy to me that makes me question myself. Something in the spray, I smell orange in that spray. In addition to raspberry, I smell a citrusy orange note, and I'm definitely smelling a citrus scent. My skin loves citrus, so if there's any citrus in anything, my skin's gonna pull it up. There's no raspberry in my skin. On my skin, I'm smelling a zesty citrus scent, and it is like the peel of the orange that was off-putting in the air. I'm gonna spray this again. I'm gonna take my chances and double up here, because I wanna make sure I'm not making this up. I'm gonna give this a chance. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but my skin is wet, and I am smelling an orange. I kid you not, I am smelling an orange. And that's not what I'm smelling in here. So chemistry is everything, guys. You might want to try this one on. My skin grabbed a hold of a citrus undertone that they probably used as a base for these fragrances, and just forgot all about the lily, forgot all about the raspberry that I was smelling in the air, and just went tangerine. Yeah, on my skin I smell a tangerine. I'm starting to now, as as it has a second note, the lily is starting to come out a little bit, but it's more, but the overwhelming thing is citrus. I'm smelling tangerine. Like if you were to buy Clementine, California, very expensive perfume from the House of Atelier, which is a exclusive house that you can find at Sephora for a couple $100. That's what I'm smelling here. And Bath and Body Works did a fragrance like Atelier fragrance before, Cafe Tuberose Candle. They did a tuberose candle with coffee in it, and it smelled just like Cafe Tuberose, which was a combination of tuberose and coffee that Atelier did, which is one of their most popular fragrances. And California Clementine is one of the most popular fragrances, and I own a few bottles of it, so I know it well. And I'm spraying. I did all that talking about this, and then I spray my skin. I'm like, where did this California Clementine come from? Oh my goodness. But this is a beautiful scent. So if you didn't get Snowy Citrus Swirl, and you want something that's a little less sweet, this smells like a clementine, which is a form of tangerine that's not the sweetest. It's one that we grow in California, and it's very understated, gives you energy. That's what this smells like on my skin. I smell a little bit of lily, but it's not in any way floral on my skin. I mean, those of you who hate floral, you can, if you hate floral, you can probably pick out that little ink bit of floral, because I could smell it in the air. But on my skin, I smell clementines. And I'm not going to sit up here and make something up with you about how I smell lilies and raspberries. I don't smell any lilies and raspberries. Okay, now the clementine is kind of changing a little bit to where I can smell like a little raspberry in there. So they must have used clementine, which is a tangerine, to find a way to combine raspberry and pink lily. Because the Casablanca lily and a raspberry scent are so foreign from one another. I was like, how are they going to get those to mix? But what they did was put a citrus in there to kind of blend them together and make it into a sentence. And it works. And then the lily is kind of the base note that's coming out now. So yeah, it works. I don't know if it's going to be my favorite, but California Clementine is a favorite for me for the summertime. So this might be a scent that I pull up in the summertime when I want to smell expensive, because it smells expensive. It smells like I went to some bougie, off the beaten path store in Venice and found some designer whose clothes cost like $500, and he just happened to be in his store by his beach house and whipped up this fragrance to sell to, you know, the people who are exclusive enough for him to allow them into his life. That's what this smells out. It smells very exclusive. It smells very expensive. She smells like somebody who, if you know, this is the woman you have to have money to have. If you have her, you know, you have her, your Lamborghini, your beach house, your villa in Paris. You know, she's a model wife. You know, she's gorgeous, and she's not gonna wear the fragrance that everybody else is wearing. She's unique. And there's raspberry and pink lilies. That would be her scent. Yeah, this is like one of those Beverly Hills housewives or something, wearing something that don't nobody else know anything about, ain't never heard of, don't know where to get it. And if you ask her, she's not going to tell you. This is one of those ratchet women who have no conscience. You know, she's been privileged her whole life. She's been beautiful her whole life. Everything's been handed to her. She has no understanding of compassion because she's never had to utilize it. You know, just my humble opinion. Do you have friends like that? They can be beautiful people. They can be wonderful people. They just have no clue how hard life can be for us regular folks. You know what I'm saying? you know. So that's this right here. Very, very unique. A beautiful woman, a rich woman, a kept woman, a wife, not a mistress. This woman does not do mistress. You have to give her the whole agreement. You got to give her the white dress, the honeymoon in an exotic place, pictures sent to the family, move her into the mansion. You know, this is an expensive woman that, you know, makes somebody's life better. And you can smell her coming and know that's who she is. Anyway, Jesus loves you. I love you with all the Jesus in me. Happy new decade. Happy new year. God bless you. I hope everything's going fine. Leave your praise reports below. Have you tried this fragrance? It is so unique. You know, I'd say, you know, go to a store and try it. I didn't try this before I purchased it. This whole line just intrigued me, so I just got them all. So that's why I'm kind of rambling, because I'm sharing with you what I'm learning. But I am ecstatic with this particular line. I don't know what it's called. I got to find out, because this is me in a bottle, the whole line. Anyway, God bless you. Jesus loves you, and I love you with all the Jesus in me. Be blessed, beautiful.